Well, they got those two.
It was once said, good is the enemy of great. If all that you strive for is good enough, how will you ever achieve greatness? The efforts led to this. Every rep, every drill, all the work unseen will be worth it. Because right now, the eyes are on us.
Blow the check up, detonation, kill them one by one, final destination, top my destination, I got guardian angels all around it, that's deflecting Satan, I'm a motherfucking champion, this right here the anthem, I can't dap you without handstand, I don't know your dirty hands, I wake up to like 100 texts, championship team, but we can't cut the net, she all off in my jersey, looking underdressed, I'm finna buy this bitch a Honda CRX.
Good afternoon and welcome back to another basketball game here live on Mustang Media. I'm Grant Knodel. Joining alongside me is Dan Wolf as the Minot Magicians stroll into town to take on the Mustangs. The Mustangs played last night with an 82-76 victory over the Bismarck High Demons. Great win to start off the season against the fifth-ranked team in the state. They're taking on the third-ranked Minot today. Some notable scores from last night is Tommy Oneman. He had a tremendous game last night, not only defensively and rebounding, but on the offensive side as he capped off the game with a tremendous dunk. He finished the game with 27 points. Caleb Deere with some big threes down the stretch had 16, and then Noah Olson had 15. Overall, Dan, they played good defense, Coach Brandt said. They played hard together. That was one of our keys to the game, is those hustle plays, having each other's back, playing hard, and they rebounded well. And for the most part, they handled a really hard press well.
Yeah, absolutely. And in talking with Coach Brandt before the game today, he talked about the fact you can do whatever you want to try and replicate that Bismarck defense in practice, but until you see it up close, it's just not possible. And he was really pleased with the effort of the Mustangs yesterday. They handled the press fairly well. We talked about in the broadcast some mental mistakes, some dribbling into some bad areas, some poor passing, but that's going to happen against a defense that speeds you up like that. Maybe the other thing that Cheyenne struggled with at times yesterday was shooting the ball.
Yep.
They didn't shoot it well. Good shot selection. They didn't shoot it great from the line. They didn't shoot it great from the field. But, boy, Noah Olson made two clutch corner threes. Caleb Deere added a three. And then Tommy Oneman with that exclamation point dunk led to a victory for the Mustangs. And the job doesn't get any easier today, bringing in the number 3 team in the state. That is the Minot Magicians. One other thing, Grant, that I had talked to Coach Brandt about was how do you avoid that emotional letdown after all of that adrenaline? How do you not come out flat today? And, it's a short turnaround, but, they're going to do what they can and hope that they stay engaged for one more game and then prepare for the Packers on Tuesday.
So with that win, they come in taking on the number 3 Minot. What are you looking forward in this game?
Well, Minot's a different team. Minot's going to use the clock. Minot's going to run 25 seconds off the clock. It's not about getting volume of shots the way it is with Bismarck. So patience is going to be tested. Minot plays good defense, but it's not the type of pressure.
Yep.
It's
they're not going to be using as many bodies.
No, and I think for Cheyenne, a lot of kids played a lot of minutes last night, and it's a short turnaround with an afternoon game. So we're going to have to see how well they're able to handle that.
All right, as we get ready for the national anthem, we're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back with our first half.
Hi, I'm TJ Yoshi here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out. Warroad is a small town way of life, right on Lake of the Woods. Some of the best fishing in the world.
I think what makes us so unique here is within 15 minutes of me leaving work, I can be out on the lake, I can be on the golf course, I can be on the bike path, I can be out in the Beltrami Island State Forest.
Just a fantastic way to grow up and to live life.
Hi, I'm Christian and I work at Marvin. My military background is the basis of who I am. I was looking for something to help me be the Marine who wasn't a Marine anymore. Belonging to Marvin feels like I'm part of something. I know that being with Marvin means I'm making a difference in every homeowner's life because of the windows, skylights, and doors that I'm helping to build. Come work with me at Marvin. I think you'll enjoy it.
At Touchmark, we really take.
Welcome back. We want to thank Essentia Health for being the proud partner of our Cheyenne High School's Mustang media team and this broadcast. Essentia Health, care close to home.
So, Grant, last night, you know, as the Mustangs were taking on the Demons from Bismarck High, Minot was visiting the West Fargo Packers.
Yep.
They had a fairly, you know, looking at the score, a 73 to 40 win for the Magicians. And talking with a Minot parent before the game, they said really the first half of the half was pretty ugly. Neither team really could get any continuity going. Missed a lot of open and easy looks and things like that. But, you know, West Fargo's guard play really struggled against the defense of Minot, and that was somewhat the difference of the game. So, you know, it's going to be imperative tonight for, you know, Barry Pennu, Jackson Miller, Sully Irie, any of the guys that are handling the ball, that even though it's not that same defense, they're going to have to be prepared for what Minot brings to the table. And again, you know, can you ride that emotional high from last night, or you know, find a way to not be flat? I think really what's going to be important is probably the first 3-4 minutes of this game is going to tell us a lot about where Cheyenne is, and for that matter, where Minot is on that short turnaround. You know, you can't win that game in those first 3-4 minutes, but you can put yourself in a position that makes it really hard to win it. And so I think you just have to stay close and get into the flow of the game, and then, you know, you'll have your opportunities.
So as we see the starting lineups for the Mustang, one person I want to note out is Tommy Oneman. Like I said earlier, he had a tremendous game offensively, defensively, crashing the boards hard, and just being that physical presence down low. And as we look at the rosters, Tommy has a notable size advantage. So that's one thing I'm really interested to see is how he handles that, how he kind of takes advantage of that, and if how Minot reacts to that. Are they going to go down and try to trap him down low? Are they going to try to double him? And if so, is someone else going to have to step up?
Right, and you're absolutely right, Grant. Tommy Oneman had a tremendous game last night. Coach Brand didn't have the stats back yet on rebounds and blocks and things like that, but we know there was a lot of both of them last night by Tommy Oneman, and that is going to pose a problem for Minot. As you said, they do not match up height-wise nearly as well. They don't have a Jack Schaefer the same way that Minot did, someone to kind of counteract that height. I wouldn't also be surprised to see some of those guys that, for Cheyenne, that didn't get a ton of minutes last night, to maybe see some more time tonight, just because of the you know, the number of minutes that Oneman and Deere and some of those other guys logged last night.
Angao drives to the hoop and finishes, so that puts the Mustangs up by 2. Conklin up top, swings it around. Wing 3, no good, pulled down by Oneman.
Should be, you know, a very good chance that Oneman's going to control the defensive glass here tonight. And, you know, so far,
call travel there on Penu.
Yeah, with the offense, he's playing outside right now, and we'll see if that'll change, if that'll give him some opportunities when he gets inside for some rebounds and to extend, you know, give Cheyenne a couple of extra possessions here today.
Shell pass up top. Winchesky, guarded by Deere. Shell. Back to Schaefer. Winchesky drives in. Kicks back out. 3 from Shell, and Shell connects from 3.
Barry in decent position there to contest. Just a good shot by Shell on that. And you see nobody for Minot yet really willing to go inside against Oneman to see what they can do.
And Oneman gets the pass. Good inlet pass by Eingau. And Oneman goes and finishes at the rim. Conklin drives in. Posts up. Good defense there by Oneman, and he pulls down the rebound as well. Penu up top. Looking to get it down to Oneman. Olsen on the wing.
They're looking to try and front Oneman as much as possible with help from the weak side, but there would have been an opportunity as Deere came high.
But
He's
Deere
gonna cash
connects from
in.
3.
And if you shoot it well, that puts so much pressure on the Minot D because they don't have that ability to sag on Oneman, and then you have to respect that 3. Great drive there. I think that was Winchesky gets to the hoop, and that's going to be Noah Olsen's first foul, so a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way here for Winchesky.
Hard off back iron, pulled down by Olsen. Penu has it up top. Gets it to Deere on the wing. Anguo at top. Drives in. Left side shot, no good. Tipped around a bit, pulled down by Winchesky. They're going to call a foul.
Well, I don't know, you know, Tommy Oneman's going to pick up that foul, but his arm was just kind of, I think, trapped inside with the Minot defender having the ball there, and so I think they call him on a reach, but really Tommy's arm was just stuck in there and not much he could do to try and get it out.
Conklin pass up top. Back to Shell. Winchesky quick with it. Good dish down low to Conklin. Conklin goes up and finishes with the right hand.
And that's one way to beat that. If you can get penetration and force Oneman to commit like that, then his man's going to be open, and that makes it hard for him to recover and affect shots.
Ingao up top, drives in, right side.
So it's not even necessarily a thing about being flat for the Mustangs. It's also the situation of how tired will those legs become. It gets awfully difficult. Yeah,
Travel there on Oneman, yep.
The pivot foot. But how long are those legs going to stay fresh? Because this is an attacking Minot team, and they force you to have to defend as they want to get to the basket as much as they can.
Conklin up top.
So a huge difference already. Neither team.
Deep 3 by Shell, and he connects from deep.
This is a young magician team. Yep. Only a handful of seniors on it, and most of their main players are going to be, and their main scorers are juniors. So, you know, they're already the number 3 ranked team in the preseason poll. They should only get better as the year goes on, and next
Olsen
year
from
as
3
well.
answers right back with another of his own. Shaver cross-court pass to Winchesky. Drives in left side, kicks out. Conklin tries a 3. Barely hits rim and pulled down by Penu.
They got Deere on the backside. No one could see him on the skip.
Angao loses his handle but able to retain possession. Kicks out to Deere. Deere's 3 no good, pulled down by Conklin. Good job by the Mustangs getting back on defense.
Yeah, good job by Winchesky recognizing there was not numbers like that.
And Winchesky pulls up and hits a shot from the elbow. So as you can see already in this one, a lot slower paced game.
Yep.
Less press as last night.
Yeah, these
Deere
teams.
thought about it. Kicks to Angau. Angau hits in the corner. Shell tries zone. Hard off back iron, pulled down by Oneman. Angau on the wing. Drives in.
He's
They're
going
gonna
to
call
charge on that. Yeah,
Offensive foul on
he
Angau.
must have been outside the protected circle. So really, it's Cheyenne kind of doing the hockey line change here as we have 4 new Mustangs in. Only Deere's going to stay. And again, Coach Brandt probably looking to limit some of the minutes of guys that played last night and try and be a little more judicious in the use of those minutes today.
Hellman Nelson in for the Minot Magicians. Chesky, good move there. Goes up with the right hand, but that's way hard off the backboard. And it's Moni deep 3. Unable to connect, but good offense rebound there by Deere. He's caught up. Good jump ball
on that.
Possession.
Looked like he had that.
Yeah.
Good job by the Minot defender getting their hands in there.
Possession arrow is in favor of the Minot Magicians, so they will retain, or they will get possession back. Conklin up top, drives in, spins, goes up with the right hand, unable to connect, gets his own rebound, fouled, and one opportunity coming up.
Excellent
Logan
job by
Conklin.
Conklin staying with that, being active. Riley Rohr is going to pick up that that foul, and or they're going to say Sully Irie on that one. I thought it was going to be Riley Rohr, but that's already 14 fouls for the Mustangs. Minot yet to commit a foul in this half.
That's hard.
But Minot also yet to
Off back
convert
iron.
a free throw this half as well. So it hasn't hurt Cheyenne yet.
Deere tries Rohr tries a 3, unable to get that to fall.
You know, both Turo and Riley Rohr are trying to make an impact early in the game, and that's, you know, you like to be able to do that, but I don't know that you need to force up a shot
Sure.
that quickly. It's not that they weren't open, but they both were significantly behind the three-point line. I think just moving the ball and seeing if you can get some looks that you actually want.
Moni on the wing. Pass to Deere up top. That's stolen away. Goes up, finishes with the right hand. That was Caden Helm. That forces a Mustang timeout. 10:58 left to go in the first half. Minot's up 18-13. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Hi, I'm TJ Yoshi here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out. Warroad is a small town way of life, right on Lake of the Woods. Some of the best fishing in the world.
I think what makes us so unique here is within 15 minutes of me leaving work, I can be out on the lake, I can be on the golf course, I can be on the bike path, I can be out in the Beltrami Island State Forest.
Just a fantastic way to grow up and to live life.
Well, welcome back. Minot's up 18-13 with little under 10:50 left to go in this first half as Irie drives in. Good handoff down low to Moni. Moni's fouled. He'll go to line to shoot 2. Mustang.
Nelson's going to get that foul. He thought he was pretty clean on that block. Ref saw it otherwise. So Cheyenne's going to go to the line for the first time today.
Moni unable to connect on his first attempt. Mustang fans, we want to take this time to thank Apex Engineering Group, who helps to make this broadcast possible. At Apex, we build confidence before we build anything. As Moni connects with his second shot, going 1 of 2 from the line. You're going to call a double dribble there on Nelson. So quick turnover for the Magicians as Noel Olson checks in for the Mustangs. Miller picks it up, hands it off to Olson. Feed down low to Moni. Moni goes up, and he connects at the rim.
Finish. Moni almost looked like he extended that arm to get that pass. No call from the ref and a good job inside. Coach Dean Winchesky is going to make some changes right away before Cheyenne has a chance to take advantage of that mismatch again with Moni inside.
So 2 quick turnovers for the Magicians. Olson hands it off to Riley Rahr. Irie up top, guarded by Conklin. Swings it around to Olson. Mustangs still looking to set up an offense as the shot clock's under 10. Olson pulls up from 3. Short, pulled down by Conklin. Winchesky in transition, goes up with that right hand. That's a quick move. He gets that one to fall.
You've got to be expecting that Winchesky's going to try and get to downhill and get to the hoop every time, and you've got to be prepared for that. That's a mental lapse right there.
Rahr with the wing
almost
3 in and out. Michelle able to pull that one down. Winchesky drives in left side, hands it down low, but that's intercepted by Noel Olson. Mustangs pushing pace. Miller pulls up from 3. That's too hard. No good. Pulled down by the Magicians. Cross court pass to Shell. Shell pulls up from 3. That's hard off back iron. Good job by Conklin to tip it around. As the Magicians pick that up and get an extra possession and score. (22-16). Magicians lead with 8:30 left to go. As Moni pulls up from 3.
Got a piece of that one. That's gonna stay out. I was gonna say, I think Bedell got a piece of that.
So the Mustangs will keep the ball.
They're back with the starters now.
17 on the shot clock for the Mustangs. Penu gets the inbound pass. Angao, 3, and connects! Top of the key for Angao.
And that was a look they couldn't get off of that play last night against the Demons. That's set up specifically for Angao coming high, that elevator screen. And Oneman just to hold off that defender because...
Corner 3 from Angao, and he connects! Back-to-back 3s for John Angao.
That's something defenses should not want to let happen. Let John Angao spot up and shoot that 3, because if he gets going, he can fill the hoop.
Winchesky pulls up. No good, pulled down by Deere. Deere thought about it, kicks to Penu. Penu tries his own 3, no good. Pulled down by Oneman. Oneman goes up.
There's
finishes
the
at the rim.
advantage of that size. Oneman basically having his way on the offensive glass when he gets position.
Oneman telling Conklin to shoot that, and he does.
And they're going to get Bedell on the back on that one as well. So not only do you give up the rebound, you're going to make a foul as well.
Good 2-minute stretch here for the Mustangs. Able to
They
get
were
the lead
down
back.
22-16 and 8 unanswered. Gets them up 2.
Winchesky picks Penu up at half court past the Angao.
There's another foul on on Bedell. That's 2 quick ones inside of 20 seconds. That's gonna bring Nelson off the bench as he picks up a quick 2.
Resets the game or the shot clock to 30.
Probably a little bit of fatigue there after playing last night and having that not a full day to recover.
Feeds down low to Ottoman.
Oh, Ottoman not knowing there. He found him.
Good dish down to
finally.
Angao, and Angao finishes at the rim for 2.
Angao was wide open, and Ottoman had his back to him, but then realized where he was. Great feed from Ottoman, good finish. We saw Angao do that a couple times last night. Get to the rim when his guy left him. Pays off again. Mustangs up 26-22.
6:49 left to go here in this first half. And like you said, Mustangs are up 26-22. We're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Hi, I'm TJ Yoshi here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out. Warroad is a small town way of life, right on Lake of the Woods. Some of the best fishing in the world.
I think what makes us so unique here is within 15 minutes of me leaving work, I can be out on the lake, I can be on the golf course, I can be on the bike path, I can be out in the Beltrami Island State Forest.
Just a fantastic way to grow up and to live life.
As we come back, Magicians have the ball, trailing by 4.
Good job of Deere fighting over the top of that screen to get to Winchester. I'm sorry, Noah Olson on that.
Shell drives in, cut off by Penu. 3 from Nelson. Doesn't draw anything, and that'll be out of bounds.
That defensive sequence was reminiscent of the way the Mustangs attacked last night. Excellent job on that sequence by Cheyenne. Hands in faces, hands in passing lanes, really making Minot work, and it pays off with the air ball 3.
Oh.
That's a dangerous pass when that guy is being fronted like that. As we see the flush there, I think that was Schaefer. Puts that down.
Penu with it on the wing. Pass to Deere up top. Mustangs looking to set something up as Deere dribbles around.
There.
Had an opportunity to get it down low, but it gets down low to Ottoman. Ottoman goes up with that left hand. Is unable to connect. Just down low, they're going to get
they're going to get Barry with a little push before the
pass.
The entry pass there. That'll be the 6th, I believe, on Cheyenne this half. 5th, it looks like. That's still nobody in the bonus with 5:35 to go. Boy, that was well designed right there. Right down the middle. And Conklin wide open, and we have a tie game.
Olson on the wing. Gets a screen. Back to Penu in the corner. They're looking for Ottoman down.
Yeah,
paint,
they want
to,
but
good job.
Minot does a good job, and especially what they do well is make it look like Ottoman is open on that.
Good rebound by Ottoman, puts it right back up.
On that lob, and then they bring good help, quick help from the other side. So it's a challenge right now getting the ball into Ottoman as Shell's going to put up a 3, and here's a 4-point opportunity as Barry Penu commits the foul there. A rarity here, a 4-point play opportunity. If I remember correctly, Grant, Minot has not converted at the line yet today.
They have not.
And finally they do.
Bumps the lead to 2.
And
so under 5 minutes to go. Minot's up 30-28.
Little token pressure, just make Cheyenne think a little bit about this and force Jackson Miller to eat some time, bringing the ball up the floor, and that's not a pass that you want.
And in transition, they're going to call Ottoman on a foul.
Ottoman just couldn't. His momentum carried him right into the back of Conklin.
That'll put the Minot Magicians in the bonus.
I think they're going to say that was the act of shooting, so it's going to be a two-shot opportunity here for Conklin. Yeah, that's such a tough pass from near half court to a high post. It's just so hard to get a good angle when a guy is three-quarter over the top the way Conklin was on Oneman.
Oneman stays.
So Minot has not shot it well from the free throw line. Just the one made, but have had plenty of opportunities.
Engel elects not to take the screen. Engel on the wing drives in. Euro step, hands it off, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Engel.
It's the second charge he's picked up tonight. You know, I think he's fine at pulling up and getting that 8-foot jumper, but he's trying to get to the rim every time, and I think he's going to have to figure out that it's okay with the quickness of the Minot Magicians that you're just not going to get to where you want. So it's fine to take a little floater, a little runner, a little pull-up jump shot, whatever you need to.
Engel picks up his second foul. Sully Irie will check in for him. Good defense there by Oneman, excuse me, affecting that shot, and it'll go out of bounds. Magicians retain ball.
Turo in for Oneman.
Conklin on the wing, drives in. Reverse layup, no good. Good defense there by Deere, pulled down by Money.
It was a good move. No one there to help.
Pass mishandled there by Money. Good find. Deere, wing three. That's hard off back iron, but good offense rebound by Miller. Irie up top with it. Guarded by Shell. Directing traffic, gets a screen from Money.
Money should have the advantage. They switched on that. He's got Shell on him.
Irie's three is short, but another offense rebound from the shortest man on the court, Jackson Miller. Irie drives in. Good
Shell's still guarding Money if they could just find him down there, but unable to at this point.
Helm doing a good job of kind of playing that. They're fronting Money, and he's playing that backside.
Yeah.
Ole corner three.
Good job by Money.
Hands off to Irie, and Irie finishes at the rim for the easy two. Winchesky tries his own three, and he connects. Irie trying to answer back, no good. Pulled down by Shell. And Nelson in transition scores that one.
There's some of that fatigue as Cheyenne unable to get back in transition, and that was too easy for Minot there.
Deere's fouled. He'll go to line to shoot two. Good baseline drive by Caleb Deere.
This group has struggled today to try and find any continuity in any offense. As soon as you get Oneman and Angao off the floor, no one has really stepped forward to take over those scoring responsibilities for Cheyenne. And you have both Deere and Olsen on the floor, but it's been hard to create shots and hard to score points.
Deere's first shot is good. Second shot underway. Deere's 2 for 2 from the line. 2:15 left to go in the first half. Mustangs trail 35-32. Beater has it on the wing, pass it up to Wisniewski, drives in, kicks out. Flavin drives in. Good ball movement by the Magicians. Jump hook no good, pulled down by Money. Irie has it, drives in. Picks up his dribble, passes it around. Mustangs looking to set something up here. Shot clock under 10.
Got some guys standing. You got to keep some motion going the whole time. They're going to get bailed out. Oh, a jump ball on
jump
that.
ball.
It does stay with Cheyenne. Thought they were going to get bailed out with a foul call on that, but doesn't happen. So Cheyenne still with a chance. A 3 ties this.
Shot clock does not reset, so they have 2 seconds here.
And that's thrown away, and they're going to say a violation before Minot got possession. Coach Winchesky's wondering about that because his son was going to have a lot of open floor in front of him. But the refs, well, it doesn't matter now. The damage is done. The whistle was blown, but it was a.
We're going to get. They're talking about. They're going to say shot clock violation.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I mean, the whistle was blown. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot you can
Can't-
do about it.
can't
You
re-
can't go
yeah.
back and recreate where everyone
No
was.
rewind button.
No.
Conklin on the wing, guarded by Deere.
But I think Coach Winchesky had a point there because that was not in clear. Great move by
Good
Winchesky.
move by Winchesky.
The double
Up and
pump.
under.
But that ball was not in possession, and that could have been an easy bucket. But as it was, Minot converts anyway, and they lead by 5 as we hit the 1 minute mark left.
Moni battling down low to Conklin. They're going to call it on a travel on Turo Moni.
Really, it was a pretty good job by the defender just holding his ground, and Turo was not able to make any progress there. And in his effort, he takes an extra step.
Down low. Left hand hook, no good. Pulled down by Soliairi. Baseline drive by Miller. Goes up with the right hand and finishes at the rim.
Nice move.
Under 30 seconds here to go.
About a 3 or 4 second differential on the shot clock as Minot's going to be content to run this down. See if Winchesky can create something or dish.
Conklin on the wing, guarded by Deere. Kicks it up top to Beater. Under 5 seconds left as Winchesky pulls up from 3, no good. Offense rebound by Conklin, but swatted away by Caleb Deere.
Oh, and a double dribble by Irie. So with 2.3 seconds, Minot may get a quick shot here and a chance to extend their lead heading into halftime.
Nelson back in for the Magicians. Winchesky takes a shot, deep 3, and that's no good. So the Minot Magicians will come into halftime leading 37-34. We'll be right back after a short commercial break with our first half analysis. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Christian and I work at Marvin. My military background is the basis of who I am. I was looking for something to help me be the Marine who wasn't a Marine anymore. Belonging to Marvin feels like I'm part of something. I know that being with Marvin means I'm making a difference in every homeowner's life because the windows, skylights, and doors that I'm helping to build. Come work with me at Marvin. I think you'll enjoy it.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
Manufacturing, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not sitting down, doing nothing, just flipping at a couple pieces of wood each day. We are building tomorrow's windows. We all know that each unit that we build makes a difference, not just for the customer, not just for the company, but for each other as well.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I work at Marvin. Working in manufacturing, not a lot of sitting, so it just makes your day go by faster. Belonging to Marvin makes me feel stable. 25 years. My kids were little when I started here in Grafton. Now I have a daughter that works here. She was one of the ones that pushed me to become the lead, pushed me to be the person that I am now. And I just see myself retiring here. If you're looking for an awesome place to work, come join me at Marvin.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Hi, I'm Micah and I work at Marvin. I've been in the military for 8 years. I was a preventive medicine technician in the U.S. Navy, and so that translated over to working at Marvin and how can safety help make Marvin a better company. The culture working at Marvin is probably the best one I've worked with other than being in the military. Working together and caring about each other. You feel like you're part of the family at Marvin. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
I'm Kylie and I work at Marvin. The training I received when starting at Marvin was very in-depth. When I moved to Marvin's new facility in Fargo, I was kind of nervous about the new machines that I was going to have to be working with, but I was also very excited because this robot that I get to work with is the coolest thing I've ever done. I love the people that I work with. Belonging to Marvin feels like a second home, somewhere that you can just kind of go to, not super stressful, you can enjoy your day and you can laugh. Come work with me at Marvin, we're an amazing team.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
I think what makes Touchmark special is how you feel when you walk into Touchmark at Harwood Groves. We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug.
I think it's the people that make Touchmark special.
One of the things that makes Touchmark is the caliber of the team members here.
You can ask them for anything and they'll say, we'll take care of it.
Every day that we walk in these doors, we really take time to listen to each other, to listen to our residents, and to be there and to be a friend. Touchmark is a place where you can really be yourself. It's a complete family atmosphere from the residents to the team members to the community.
There is just such a homey feeling here.
The energy and the positivity, I think, is what's really important. You come in, you feel like you're part of a family, you're building a relationship, you're building friendships.
We feel very blessed to be here at Touchmark.
It's incredibly important to create that family atmosphere, which is what Touchmark really values.
Welcome back to the start of our second half coverage here at the boys basketball game. We want to thank Essentia Health for being a proud partner of our Cheyenne High School's Mustang media team and this broadcast. Essentia Health, care close to home. So a little update if you're watching us and not watching the NDSU game. NDSU trails up in Bozeman 7-0, trailing Montana State in the third quarter. Just got started. So we'll keep you updated on that. So what your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think when you're playing the number 3 team in the state, you're only down 3 at half after the amount of energy and adrenaline you expended last night. If you're Cheyenne, you got to be happy with that. I think one of the things that we've seen Cheyenne struggle with, when you have those starters on the floor, they're getting the looks that they want and getting some scoring. John Angao with a couple of big threes. Oneman's made his presence felt on the boards. They've done a good job of defending. When that second group has been in, it's been much harder to come by, trying to get good opportunities. And then the ball handling gets a little sloppy, and we've seen Minot go on some runs. And I don't know if, I think there's lots of factors that play into that. It's early in the season, so these guys maybe haven't had a chance to really play a lot together. I'm sure Coach Brandt is still trying to figure out, what are my rotations, which guys will play well together or complement each other. When you're on the floor, you're trying to manage the minutes based on what was played last night. So there's a lot of factors, but you're only down 3, and you've proven you can hold your own with this Minot crew. But I think with the Magicians, the energy, the defensive intensity that they bring, we'll see if Cheyenne can sustain that for the entire second half, and see if they can start knocking down some shots, getting downhill, getting to the rim. Defending, I think there have been times there's been some lapses, and Cheyenne or Minot's gotten what they want, that drive to the basket. I think if they can kind of make those adjustments at halftime, this could look very much like last night's game that comes down to the wire once again. And it's so early, in talking to Coach Brandt before the game, do you want to win these? Absolutely. You want to win every game that you play. But it's game 1 and game 2 of the year. It's not the end of the world if you don't win anything, but I think you really want to just feel like you've played well and you've made other teams work. Good job by Conklin.
Under Oneman.
He just got that step and that inside position on Tommy Oneman, and Oneman really had no choice but to let him go up.
Angao in the corner. Dribbles it up, passes.
I'm sure Minot has learned the lesson that you do not let Angao spot up, but
He did right there, and almost connects.
And that's what
down
that defender was helping on the weak side, and that left Angao wide open in that skip pass. He was just unable to knock it down. As Schaefer knocks that, and suddenly the lead's at 7. Again, these first 3-4 minutes, just like in a football game, those first 3-4 minutes, those first couple possessions of a second half can make a huge difference in the outcome of the game. I think these first 4 or 5 minutes here are going to be very important for Cheyenne, that they don't let Minot get out ahead of them and really open something up, and that's kind of what it's looking like.
Good transition defense there by Deere after throwing the turnover. Gets back on defense and forces a miss from Conklin. Olsen in the corner. Pass it up all the way to Deere at top. Miller, corner 3. In and out, pulled down by Winchesky. Winchesky drives in under the basket, goes up with the left hand. Converts the reverse layup.
Now shells up on D. Again, just kind of some token pressure, but a quick 9-point lead. Coach Brandt if Cheyenne can't get something going offensively here in the next minute or so, is going to have to burn one of those timeouts.
Good drive by Deere, but unable to finish at the rim.
And this is where that tired, they're just not getting back on D the way they did early in the game.
Onman pulls
Fortunately,
that down.
they're Minot unable to convert, but Cheyenne's starting to be just a step slow getting back down on defense in transition.
That's Bedell's third foul, first team foul of the half for Minot. Miller picked up that half court. Pass to Olson on the wing.
Oh, there it was. He's there.
He's right there.
And that's the thing. You've got to see that when that pass is there. They're looking for Oneman, but you've got to give it at the right time.
Swings it all the way around for Caleb Deere. Corner three attempt, no good. Going to call a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Oneman had possession, and they're going to get, I think that was Schaefer, Grayson Schaefer on that one.
Yep. That's his first, second of the half for Minot. So 2 quick fouls for Minot. Gets into Oneman, low block. Kicks out to Deere, swings it all the way around. Nolson, wing 3 short. Pulled down by Winchesky. Good job by Noel Olson getting a hand in the passing lane there, knocking it out of bounds.
Showing the D-back skills there. But some tired legs for the Mustangs a little bit here.
Braden Nelson checks in for Bedell. Shell with the corner 3, no good, pulled down by Olson. Miller up top, swings it around to Deere on the wing. Guarded by Nelson, pulls up. 3, unable to connect.
Here's a 2-on-1. Winchesky going to go all the way.
Good job by Noel Olson, forcing a miss, and another rebound by Tommy Oneman.
Cheyenne being fortunate here that Minot hasn't converted each time down the floor, because Minot's gotten some good looks offensively since this half has begun.
Olson guarded by Winchesky, passes to Miller.
Deere trying to turn the corner on Winchesky.
Puts that right-handed shot up at the rim, and it falls.
Gets that left shoulder into Winchesky's chest. Winchesky has no choice but to just to let that shot go up, and Deere able to convert on that one.
Schaefer's pass mishandled by Conklin. That'll go out of bounds. Mustangs ball. Caden Hellman for the Magicians, taking out Shell. Winchesky picks Miller up at half court. Olson gets past, spins. They're going to call an offensive or defense foul, excuse me, there on.
I think that's going to be on Conklin.
That's his first of the match. Third team foul for the Magicians. 14:03 in this second half. 43-36. Minot leads as Mustangs take it out under the basket. Oneman up top. And pass mishandled, and Conklin will go down and flush it. That forces a timeout by Coach Tim Brand. The Mustangs Minot leads 45-36, 13:46 left to go in this second half. We'll step away with a quick break. Be right back.
What does it take to make fitness part of your lifestyle? It's intention. It's commitment. It's resilience. It's just who you are. You put in the time and effort to stay active. Our expert orthopedic and sports medicine providers also put in the time and effort to invest in new methods and treatments. Whatever you do to stay active, we are here to keep you moving. It's just who we are. Orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Welcome back. This broadcast is sponsored in part by Touchmark. Touchmark at Harwood Groves, a full-service retirement community complete with a health and fitness club, offering fitness classes, personal training, and more, so you can stay active with your grandkids for years to come. Visit touchmarkfargo.com to learn more. So coming out of this timeout, you mentioned to me Cheyenne looks pretty tired right now.
They're tired. Those legs are not holding up. The crispness isn't there, and they're just having trouble transition defense and just keeping the Minot offense in front of them and preventing them from getting to the rim. And, there's not a lot you do about that because it's just how it is. You can ask your kids to dig deep. You maybe try and use your timeouts in a manner that lets them get some rest.
Olsen with the corner three. No good.
But
good opportunity by the Mustangs.
Yeah, and when the legs go, then the shot goes. And Olsen is, upset with himself that he didn't make that one because it was a great look. But, that happens. As those legs get tired, it's just hard to rise up and put the same amount of jump into that shot.
Deere picks up his first team foul this half. Winchesky swings around. Schaefer tries a three. Hard half back iron pulled down by Deere. Angau connects from three. Thought about finding Noah Olsen on that cut there, but decides to pull up and hits a three. As Conklin drives in, swatted away by Tommy. Oh, they're going to call a late foul there on Caleb Deere. That's his second. So 2 quick fouls for Deere in this second half.
That'll be Conklin going to the line for Minot, where they've struggled today. Have not shot it particularly well from the line. This could be a much bigger lead for Minot had they converted more of their free throws. That one's going to go.
Conklin makes his first free throw of the day. And misses the second. Pulled down by Olsen. Lead is 7 for the Magicians. Good feed down low to Oneman. Oh, that's stripped away by Conklin. Go out of bounds. Mustangs will retain possession.
That feed is Oneman went with the ball, which is the correct thing. He ended up so close to the baseline. He had to put it on the floor to try and regain position where he could go up, and unfortunately unable to retain possession as it was knocked away from him.
Oneman drives in left side, puts up a shot, no good. Pulled down by the Magicians. Flavin brings it up the far side, hands it off down low, swatted away by Oneman. Goes out of bounds off the Mustangs, the ref says. So 2 new Mustangs checking in. That's Rar and Irie for Angau and Miller, excuse me.
And so Coach Brandt, instead of the wholesale substitution, going to try doing it piecemeal and see if that makes a difference.
Just down low. In the corner, Schaefer with a three, and Schaefer connects in that corner three.
Good recognition by the Magicians where that open spot was, just keeping that ball moving.
Pass almost mishandled there by Rar, but able to keep the ball. As Olsen has it on the wing, kicks it up to Deere. Swings it around. Sully Irie tries to answer back, no good. Pulled down by the Magicians. Schaefer tries another three. Can't keep that rolling, so feed down low to Deere. Cross court pass to Olsen. Swings it around. Irie tries again from three, unable to fall. Olsen gets it down low. Good handoff to Oneman.
He was
contorted pass
in
there.
The middle of that shot and decided that was a pass opportunity. And good job by Oneman to be expecting it, but you can't trade 2s for 3s. That's going to be another timeout
in a row.
Coach
Brandt
is
timeout by Coach Brandt. Coach Brandt's
he's
not happy about
not
something.
happy.
So Minot leads 52-41 with 11:13 left to go in this second half. We'll take a quick break. Be right back. This broadcast is proudly sponsored by Apex Engineering Group, professional consultants serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota companies and public agencies, designing solutions to your infrastructure needs. If you set the bar at competence, how do you reach excellence? Find out at apexenggroup.com. So another update from Bozeman. NDSU has scored and tied the game at 7-all in the second quarter here. Second half, excuse me, sorry. So during that timeout, we heard Coach Brandt fired up, telling his team to figure things out. Is it the tiredness that's leading to these mistakes?
I think so, but that doesn't excuse being in the wrong position and those types of things. But, when those legs are tired, it's just so hard to try and get back and transition. There's a good job. And, Coach Brandt going with some fresher legs out here right now. It's that second group, but they're
Deer corner three connects right in front of the Cheyenne bench.
So quick 5 points by Deer here gets them back within 6.
Conklin on the wing, drives in, spins, puts up a shot.
I think they're going to get Olsen there first before Money came over for the help. Yeah, or Deer, I think. Deer.
That's his third foul.
At 10-16, I think Coach Brandt maybe going to let him go a little bit longer. Or Barry Penu is waiting to come in.
Conklin struggling all day to connect from the line, misses that one. Second shot underway from Conklin. He was 1 for 2 from the line. Penu getting picked up at half court. Irie up top with it. Mustangs looking to set something up, but good off-ball defense there by the Magicians. Penu drives in. Floater doesn't go. Long rebound. Shell goes up with the right hand, and he finishes the easy 2. So after a good sequence by the Mustangs, offensively and defensively, they have a sequence like that where they maybe struggle moving the ball on offense, holding them back from jumping out. Good move there by Money with the right hand.
Coach Brandt was getting after his team. I'm sure Coach Winchesky was telling his Magicians that there was blood in the water, that there was an opportunity here to maybe put this one away. And you see them working really hard at both ends of the floor, as that one's going to fall for Conklin. So Cheyenne just having trouble digging into this lead. Stays at 9 as we approach 9 to go in the second half.
Rar up top. Pass to Irie on the wing. Penu up top. Back to Riley.
Yeah.
We're going to call an off-ball foul
Conklin
on
there.
Conklin.
Money's working hard down in there, and really he has Conklin three-quarter or fronting him, and really almost someone on his back at all times, and that's how Coach Winchesky is, how they're choosing to deal with this.
Money, wing 3, right in the face of Conklin.
It was timely shooting last night that dug Cheyenne out of a hole.
Good off-ball, good defense there by Rar. Take some time off the clock as Winchesky answers back with a 3 of his own. Feed down low to Money. Stripped away by Conklin. Minot 3-on-2 opportunity goes up. Conklin with the right hand. Leads up to 11 for the Magicians, excuse me.
Yeah, Cheyenne just really having trouble with this personnel package, finding open looks or consistent opportunities. And Money's expending so much energy trying to just get open that it really makes it difficult to score. And here's Minot with numbers again. And that transition D, those legs are just so tired for the Mustangs.
Dish down to Johnson. He goes up for the easy 2.
And this was an area last night that, Cheyenne, no negative body language. They just, they kept working hard at it, but they look a little bit down here tonight or
Here
this
gets a screen
afternoon.
from Moni. Rar pulls up from the wing. That shot's hard, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay here, Cheyenne ball.
So Oneman and Gao and Miller back in.
7:14 left in the second half. Minot leads 64-51. 13-point lead for the Magicians. Able to get the ball into Oneman. Low block. Goes in with that left hand and one!
Minot's done a nice job tonight in limiting Oneman's touches and good looks at the basket. That's, excuse me, maybe has 10 points to this point, and he ended last night with 27. So Minot, had a plan here, and they've stuck to it, and they've done a nice job of limiting Oneman.
Converts the 3 the old-fashioned way. As Winchesky has it now.
These next 3-4 minutes will be the tail here for the Mustangs. They're going to have to, they don't have to get rid of the lead that Minot has. They're going to get Shell over the back there, little on the arm push on Miller. But, you're going to have to cut this to 5 to 4, something like that, as you reach those last 3-4 minutes of the game. And maybe that bit of a sit, a little rest for Oneman, and they're going to call
off-ball foul, excuse me, on Oneman there. Schaefer up top, back to Shell. Swings it all the way around. Nelson thought about it, but pass to Winchesky. Winchesky drives in, kicks out. Nelson taking the 3. No good, bounces around for a while a bit. Back to Winchesky. Sloppy little sequence there as Miller ends up with the ball. Mustangs just needing to slow it down right here. Penu has it. Guarded by Nelson. Down low to Oneman. Goes up. Unable to finish at the rim. Dish down low to Nelson. Kick out to Shell. Shell tries a 3. That's short, pulled down by the Mustangs. Angel with the corner 3. Unable to connect. Tries another 3, and he hits the second one. Second time's a charm for John Angau. Winchesky now hands off to Nelson. Winchesky in the corner, guarded by Penu. Dribbles all the way up top, past to Nelson. Back to Winchesky, drives in, pulls up. Unable to get that to fall, but offense, oh, never mind. Pulled down by Penu after that was fumbled around a bit by Nelson. Angau drives baseline. Tries finding Oneman in the paint, but unable to find him. Shell goes up and is fouled by Miller. He'll go to line to shoot 2.
I think Jackson might have been better served there to just make that foul in the open court. As NDSU was just scored to go up 14-7 with 4 minutes left in the well, this is second, so it must not even be halftime yet. This is 14-7.
Well, I did look at the score during our halftime, and it did say they were finished with the first half. So
maybe first quarter, because it shows second. But so Shell looking here to extend the lead back up to 9, and he does.
He does so.
And Coach Winchesky takes timeout, so we'll do the same with 4:59 remaining. Minot 66, Cheyenne 57. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Christian and I work at Marvin. My military background is the basis of who I am. I was looking for something to help me be the Marine who wasn't a Marine anymore. Belonging to Marvin feels like I'm part of something. I know that being with Marvin means I'm making a difference in every homeowner's life because the windows, skylights, and doors that I'm helping to build. Come work with me at Marvin. I think you'll enjoy it.
So a little confirmation on the time. It is 48 seconds left in the first half. So we find ourselves just under 5 minutes here to go as Minot leads 66-57.
Well, and you had both Deere and Olson waiting to return here before Coach Winchesky took that timeout. So I'm guessing Coach Brandt going to probably ride the starters the rest of the way to see if they can make something happen here. Again, that lead still hanging out at about what it was. I think you got about 2 more minutes to see if you can dig into it. Otherwise, it gets really hard to make up 10 points in 3 minutes. High post, there's he traveled, he shuffled.
There.
High post entry, he was trying to lean back and get a feel for where that defender was, and in the process, drag that pivot foot a little bit, and there's a turnover on a travel for Tommy Oneman.
Schaefer checks in for Bedell. Conklin on the wing, guarded by Deere. Back at Schaefer, swings it around to Shell. Good pass down to Conklin, and he goes up and finishes over Oneman. Mustangs looking to set something up here. Deere has it. Back up to Miller, up top to Deere. Wing 3. No good, pulled down by Schaefer.
Nobody in rebounding position there for Cheyenne.
Pump fake by Schaefer, drives in with that right hand, no good. Good defense by Olson, and that's swatted away by Oneman. But what I was gonna say is, Mustangs, when you get tired, you can't crash the boards as hard.
No,
and it's showing right now as we saw that nobody in rebounding position.
Nobody in
Deere
rebounding.
Shot, and then an easy offensive rebound for the Minot Magicians.
Everyone just kind of that half step slow. Yeah. They're having trouble processing. They're seeing it, but their body just isn't doing what their mind knows they need to be able to do and be in a certain position.
Conklin drives in.
Oneman affects that one. Good job, and they're going to get Shell on the arm on that one. And that should be the bonus here for Cheyenne. Yeah.
That's Shell's 4th. He'll stay in. Caden Helm comes in for Nelson. Hard off back iron, no good, but
Oneman kept it alive.
And go off a Minot Magician player. Coach Winchesky is fired up, telling his players to grab the ball.
They're going to look for Angao on the elevator here and see if he can get it. He gets the open
Three.
look. There it is.
Angao connects from 3. That is one player you cannot leave open. Around the 3-point line as Winchesky has it.
I'm not sure this is the matchup you want with Oneman guarding Winchesky, but now they get the...
They're going to get Oneman.
They're going to get him with the body on the floor.
No, in the shooting.
Oh, they're going to say, okay.
I thought it was on the floor too, but...
So Conklin has probably been the most consistent free throw shooter for Minot tonight, and he makes the first there. Chance to bring it back up to a 10-point lead with 3:09 remaining.
And he does so.
Now you've got to go with some pace. At 3 minutes, you've got to start taking the action to Minot, and it doesn't have to be threes, but you're going to have to get some quick baskets. You have to get some quick looks.
Kick out to Miller. Miller from 3, and Miller connects. Timely 3 by Jackson Miller. Cuts the lead down to 7. Winchesky, guarded by Angau. Drives in. Good dish down low to Conklin, but they're going to get Noah Olson for that.
That was a great cut by Conklin and a good find by Winchesky. Really in a position that Cheyenne could really only foul or let that shot take place. Noah Olson probably doing the right thing, but again, Conklin has been the best of the Minot free throw shooters tonight. He misses the front end there.
That'll put that foul right there will put both teams in the bonus now. 71-63, 2:30 left to go in the second half. Good screen and roll there by Oneman, but unable to.
That's one that he has to keep on. He has to keep up in the air. With his length, there was no need to put that on the floor, and that's where the little people live. And lots of hands, lots of people grabbing and punching at that ball. And that one turns out that Oneman turns it over. Quick timeout from Cheyenne from Minot. We'll do the same. 2:19. Minot 71. Cheyenne 63.
So another update from Bozeman. NDSU and Montana State are tied at 14 all right before the half here.
So Minot in the bonus already, but if you're Cheyenne, you have to start gambling on some of these. You have to start going for some steals. And again, quick possessions. It doesn't have to be threes, but you're going to have to start getting shots up quickly if you're Cheyenne, if you want to have a chance to maybe pull this one out. But Minot's going to be very patient. They're going to go deep. I'd be shocked if they do not shoot this with less than 10 on the shot clock unless it is such a wide open opportunity. And there we got to 10 on the shot clock. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
Schaefer drives in with the right hand. Unable to connect. Pulled down by Olson.
And if
ball's tipped.
Poked away from Olson, and a fresh 30. And Minot's just going to sit on that. You have to foul. Someone's got to foul. Because they're just...
Minute 35 left.
Yeah.
John Angau finally picks him up at around 3-point line. Shell up top. Pass to Conklin. Conklin drives in. Goes around Oneman. Unable to get that one to fall.
But Cheyenne lost almost a minute of time there on those two possessions by Minot. If you're Minot, you're perfectly fine with that, with neither, without converting on either one.
Good find from Deere to Angau, and Angau will go to the line to shoot 2.
But what you need is the clock stopped.
Yep.
And so Minot using 50 seconds off the clock on the two possessions. You know, this is what Cheyenne needs, is the clock stopped with chances to score, and hoping that Minot is going to miss free throws.
Angau gets his first fall.
Because Minot will be in no rush to shoot this ball. And Coach Brandt's going to call timeout, and I'm sure we're going to see Cheyenne applying pressure out of this.
All right, so 1:11 left here in this second half. Minot is up 71-65. Both teams are in the bonus. So if Mustangs foul, get them to the line right away.
Mustang fans, this broadcast is proudly sponsored by Apex Engineering Group, professional consultants serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota communities and public agencies, designing solutions to your infrastructure needs. If you set the bar at competence, how do you reach excellence? Find out at apexenggroup.com.
So during halftime here, they had a handstand competition.
Did you win that?
Did you participate?
I think I had something going on. I don't remember what it was, but I had something that I had to do.
I did not win. No.
I'm sorry. My money was on you, though.
I'm sorry I let you down.
Well, so if you're Cheyenne coming out of this timeout, obviously you're going for steals first.
Yep.
But anytime that you don't get the ball off of a steal opportunity, you're going to have to foul immediately and start putting Minot at the free throw line. Coach Brandt here has a small, quick lineup in to try and get some of those steals, and I would guess some situational substituting will be taking place. Deere, I think, tried to foul there, and it just wasn't called, so they're going to get Conklin. And again, Conklin, the guy that you probably don't want to foul. Coach Winchesky, I think, looking for a flagrant on that. So that's 8, so it's still 1-1 for another foul.
Conklin
that rattles around. Conklin still feeling the effects of that foul from Olsen, but puts it out of his mind and makes the front end.
Second, rolls around, no good, pulled down by Deere. Olsen pushes the pace. Angau drives in. Cross court pass to Irie. Irie in the corner. Irie hits a big three. Under a minute left to go here. As his official timeout here, they had to reset the net.
And that's actually going to benefit
that
Cheyenne.
That helps the Mustangs out.
Because it allows them to set up their defense here.
Fisher Johnson checks in for Conklin.
Conklin, I don't know if it's because of the foul last time or just a better ball handler, but again, he's been good at the free throw line here. But
Probably
Cheyenne,
best Minot has had.
It's got to be a foul. It's got to be a foul.
Or 10 seconds. 10-second violation, so Mustangs will get the ball, trailing by 4 with 41.5 seconds left.
So Oneman in.
Oneman in for Irie.
And I would guess Irie would almost peel back and go, well, he's not going to head to the scorer's table, but I would think he would want to continue substituting that way, offensively and defensively. Can you find Angau for a 3 here? Good jump of the screen by Conklin, and they're going to get a foul there, and I think that's Shell's 5th.
That is Shell's 5th, so his day will be done with 32 seconds left to go. Mustangs trailing by 4.
Angau just got his feet tangled up with Shell. So a chance here, and with 33 seconds left, Cheyenne can bring it to within 2 if Angau can make both. Irie back in on defense. Now, if you're Cheyenne, you have to have a plan here. You got to know where everyone needs to be as soon as, if this ball goes in. Cheyenne with only 1 timeout left, so I'm to guess Coach Brandt's going to want to hold that as long as he can.
2-point game here for the Mustangs. They get it in.
And they're going to foul Winchesky. Only half a second off the clock on that, or a second and a half, I should say. And it's still only the 1-1. I don't know that if Winchesky has been to the line yet tonight.
First shot, earns him a second. 3-point game.
This is the big one. Extended to a 2-possession lead if Winchesky can convert on this one. If not, Cheyenne will have a chance to tie on this possession.
Rolls around and is in. 4-point game.
So again, Cheyenne does not have to be a 3 here, but you've got to make something happen quickly.
Angau pulls up from 3 and connects! And from the wing, timeout taken by the Mustangs.
Boy, That's not recognition by Minot. That's the guy you don't want to leave open to shoot. And granted, it was a deep three, but you need to get a hand. You've got to close out and do a better job than that. That was not contested enough. And letting Angao just spot up and shoot is not a recipe for success if you're Minot on D. So now,
Shot
even
clock's
with
off.
the foul, shot clock's off. It will be a double bonus situation if Cheyenne fouls here. But the most Minot can do is extend it to a 3-point lead. So if Cheyenne is able to make sure that they get a rebound or get possession, at minimum, they should be able to have an opportunity to tie this game.
That is the Mustangs' last timeout being used here. Minot does have 2. 22.6 seconds left to go.
So even 3 minutes ago, it looked like Cheyenne probably didn't have a chance. But again, timely shooting, and you don't have to shoot it well all game. But if you make them when they count, that makes a huge difference. And Cheyenne has come up big enough to give themselves a chance. So once again, the small lineup to play D. Everyone knows who they have, who they're responsible for.
Mustangs
and there's
foul.
The foul. I think that's Deere.
Fisher
that's
Johnson will
get
go
that
to the
one.
line.
Is that Deere's 4th?
That is his 4th foul.
So Oneman going to come in for Irie, I would imagine.
Yep.
Going to want to get Oneman down rebounding, and Deere, your 2 best rebounders. But Oneman cannot come in until after the first shot, which is fine. It's a 2-shot bonus.
Johnson's first shot connects.
That was an important one because if you go 0 for 2 there, Cheyenne wins on a 2-pointer. Now Cheyenne, a 2 ties. This is a big one. Will Cheyenne need a 3-pointer?
No.
Oh,
Offense rebound by Conklin. Kicks out to Nelson. Mustangs will have to foul again, and that's Deere's 5th. So his day will be done.
doesn't kill them because this is very dependent upon the free throws. I think it's Bedell that'll be at the line. No. Nelson at the line. Got to have this rebound.
First shot's no good. Keeps Cheyenne's chances alive. 16.1 seconds left to go. Cheyenne trails by 2. Second shot is good. So the Mustangs will need a 3 to tie.
Now Coach Winchesky's going to set up his defense, decide what they want to do. I'm sure they're going to say we do not want John Angao pulling the trigger on this one. We'll see if Coach Brandt going to get any of his shooters in or if he's going to leave the guys on the floor that he has.
Coach Brandt talking it over with his other coaches here.
First things first, you got to get the ball in.
Yep.
And then you got to get it up the floor. You got to stay calm. With 16 seconds, you're probably not going to get your choice of shots. Every team, of course, has something set up for this particular situation. You hate to tip your best play in game 2 of the year. But really, you know, for Cheyenne to have a chance to tie this game with the way things looked at about the 5-minute mark, and really for large chunks of this second half, this is really a fantastic thing. So they have, obviously, it's set up the way they want. Looks like Minot's going to, again, just give that token pressure, let Cheyenne advance it.
Mustangs do have time to get it across half court.
Find
Oneman. Oneman takes the 3. No good from Oneman, but Soliari gets the rebound. 3 seconds left. Angao, no good on his shot. Gets it. Oh, and the time expires. So Minot will pull this one off. 76-73. In a close game towards the end. Mustangs were able to get, you know, a 10-point lead down to a manageable lead. Get a chance to tie, to win. but unable to do so.
Well, the Mustangs were tired. We saw that in the second half, and really, to lose to the number 3 team in the state, there's no shame in that, especially such a close game, and to have a chance, 2 decent looks in the last possession, to have a chance to tie it and send it into overtime. Really, this Cheyenne team, after a really tough game last night, and that pressure defense that Bismarck brought, to have this opportunity tonight. This is not the same Mustang team that we saw last year, that's for sure. They find a way to score points. That was a problem for them last year. And thus far, I mean, we're only 2 games in, but they've shown the ability to hang in and give themselves chances. I think last night that quick run by Bismarck to start the second half would have ballooned to 20 against last year's team. They were younger and they didn't maybe have the leaders and things like that. And even here, being down 10 with 5 minutes to go to a really good team, they fought back and they found a way to keep it close. And so to come out of this, in this first year of the 3-class system, you're going to see these teams from the West a lot more. Mandan's coming up on the schedule. Jamestown's coming up on the schedule. These are opportunities that teams from the East never had before, and teams from the West as well. And to split this series against the number 3 and number 5 rated teams in the state, certainly, you don't like to talk about moral victories in sports, but I think that this definitely was one for Coach Brandt. He's going to be happy. I know the kids will be disappointed in the loss, especially having the looks that they had at the end. But this was a really good job by this squad tonight, and so it starts for real on Tuesday. You got the Packers coming in, the crosstown rivals for a doubleheader, both the boys and the girls. And then a week later, you got Horace coming in, the other crosstown rival coming in for a doubleheader. And so this obviously, there's a lot of promise that we've seen so far from what this team is. Early in the season, there's always those things to work out, the rotations, how we want to attack things, what types of things we want to do offensively and defensively. But really an excellent start to this season.
And I think the biggest takeaway from this game, if you're Coach Brandt, is focus. No, don't focus, but work on the things you did wrong, but don't hang your head on it. It's still early on in the season, fairly new squad working together.
Absolutely,
you lose by 3 in a tough game. You beat a tough team the night before. So you're doing things right. You just gotta
cleaning up some things. It's really not major overhauls or we've got to change what we do.
Exactly.
Because they're showing that they can hang with them. And I think you look at the film for what it's worth. You're saying, okay, but this is games 1 and 2. Everyone's going to struggle, and I'm sure Bismarck and Minot would say, hey, we've got to be better in some instances as well. And so every team has that opportunity. And so I think you're right, Grant. If you're Coach Brandt, you say, hey, let's focus on the things we did well. We'll talk about the things we need to improve on, but what did we do well? And, I think, again, we saw tonight a team that played for each other, that were, competing for one another. There was no head hanging, those sorts of things. They were tired, and, they dug in and they did what they could and came up just short against a really solid opponent.
So the Mustangs fall 76-73 in a close one towards the end. Before you sign off, I'd like to remind you to subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Mustang Post. And for Grant Knodel,
I'm Dan Wolf.
Have a good night.
It was once said, good is the enemy of great. If all that you strive for is good enough, how will you ever achieve greatness? efforts led to this.
I said
Every
pray for
rep,
my enemies. They could not
every
slow down was
drill,
meant for me. Funny how
all
they
the
come
work
around like I
unseen
can't see through they
will be
secret
worth it.
identity. Lately it's all about
Because
synergy,
right now,
subtracting the negative energy.
the eyes are on us.
I blow the check up, detonation, kill them one by one, final destination. Top my destination, I got guardian angels all around it. That's deflecting Satan. I'm a champion. This right here, the anthem. I can't dap you without handstand. I don't know your dirty ass hands, man. I wake up to like 100 texts. Championship team, but we can't cut the net. She all off in my jersey, looking underdressed. I'm finna buy this bitch a Honda CRX.